U.S. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump have hit out at one another in a contentious televised CNN presidential debate, the first of the 2024 election here in this battleground state of Georgia.
U.S. President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump have hit out at one another in a contentious televised CNN presidential debate, the first of the 2024 election here in this battleground state of Georgia. The two rivals accused one another of lying on issues including immigration, abortion, and foreign policy. Donald Trump repeatedly attacked Joe Biden on the economy and on his foreign policy record, while Joe Biden took aim at his rival's criminal conviction and alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election. Well, let's do a quick recap of all we've been watching tonight. I'm joined now by our senior North America correspondent, Gary Oden, who, Gary, we were talking earlier about how high the stakes were tonight and what a moment this was going to be in the campaign. It kind of delivered, didn't it? It did. I don't sure that for the committed this will have changed very much, but of course, they're not really talking to the committed, are they? They talking to that small number of undecided voters in those key swing states, 6 or 7 key swing states who will decide the November election. And of course, what we saw is some fairly well-worn attacks, some fairly well-worn insult, I think. What we learned tonight is we already knew that they don't like one another, but there wasn't very much about the future. Was this was a sort of an analysis, if you like, a dissection of the past presidency of Joe Biden up until now, and Donald Trump's first term in office as well. So I'm not sure the public will have learned very much about what these two men plan to do in the future when we look at the performance of each candidate. Let's look at Joe Biden first. Of all, we heard from our panelist, Stephanie Murphy, earlier about, how disappointed, let's say, to put it mildly, Democrats are what they saw there. Yeah, look, he was obviously battling some sort of cold, we understand. He sounded pretty horror, and of course, there was that kind of really big moment for the Democrats where he lost his train of thought when he was trying to talk about the national debt, sort of trailed off. And then when he came back, he didn't make much sense to be honest, and that's something that Donald
is today's latest weather information for the local area and surrounding area. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next installment.